the depth of experience and the abilities of the physicians and nurses at Salina Surgical Hospital that make it the ideal place for high-tech and high-touch to unite. Salina Surgical Hospital is proud to be partially physician-owned, serving Salina and its surrounding communities for 20 years.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
We all make plans for the future, but car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires can disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Whether on the field, court, or in the operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 40 years of orthopedic service. If you need help staying active or just want to discuss options regarding the newest techniques and services and specialties that Salina Ortho provides, see one of our trusted physicians or visit salinaortho.com. Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
4 walls and a roof can make a house, but a home, that's where life happens. First steps, backyard birthdays, morning coffee, sunsets on the porch. Home isn't something you buy, it's something you feel. And when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling. And now, he's here to help you. Your home is out there. Dan Goebel knows the way. Call 785-819-1904 or visit Salina Homes to find your way home.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
Close your eyes.
Now, imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community, or the camaraderie at southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
Good evening to you. I'm Randy Gearing. Brian Dennett is our producer today, and Ned Gearing our statistician, as we bring you Sub-State basketball from the Berean Academy Sub-State. This is Sub-State number 1, being played tonight on the floor of the home standing and top-seeded Sacred Heart Knights. The Knights come into the Sub-State as the number 1 seed with a 21-2 record. Also in the Sub-State, Berean Academy only 2 losses on the year at 19-2, but Sacred Heart with more wins as they got all 23 games in this year. So that gave them the number 1 seed in this 16-team Sub-State, and it is a loaded Sub-State, which, as you may recall, is broken into 2 different Sub-States, Sub-State 1 and Sub-State 2. So 2 of the 16 teams will have the opportunity to earn a ticket to the state basketball tournament. The Sacred Heart Knights will go into the games as the favorite, as one of the favorite in this particular Sub-State 1. The Knights currently ranked 4th in Class 2A by the Kansas Basketball Coaches Association. Their opponent tonight, the Belle Plaine Dragons, who have struggled to an 0-20 season so far this year. So it's 21-2, number 1 seeded Sacred Heart, taking on the 16 seed in the Sub-State field, the Dragons of Belle Plaine. Thanks for joining us for today's live video stream of basketball action from the Sub-State. We're back in 90 seconds on the Salina Post Sports Network.
Opening our doors in 1999, Salina Surgical Hospital is now 20 years strong. From inpatient stays to outpatient procedures, Salina Surgical Hospital specializes in excellence in surgical services and digestive health care. It is the depth of experience and the abilities of the physicians and nurses at Salina Surgical Hospital that make it the ideal place for high-tech and high-touch to unite. Salina Surgical Hospital is proud to be partially physician-owned, serving Salina and its surrounding communities for 20 years.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Services providing aircraft maintenance, aircraft rental, and flight instruction. Also thanks to Dental Care of Salina, proudly supporting the Sacred Heart Knights. They're located at 700 South Front Street in Salina. Just a couple of the fine folks who are making our audio and video streams possible from the Sub-State Basketball Tournament. The Sacred Heart Knights got their season off to a great start, winning their first 13 games of the year. Then they ran into a couple of buzzsaws along the way, and what you have to consider quality losses. They lost to Mound Ridge, the number 3 team in Class 2A, on January 23rd. 64-41 was the score in that game. And they lost to Holcomb, the number 5 team in Class 3A, by a final score of 56-49. They have won their last 6 in a row to get to this point as the number 1 seed in the Sub-State tournament. As for the Belle Plaine Dragons, their closest game was an overtime loss to Sedgwick, 43-42 on December the 9th. The Sedgwick game and a loss to Kingman are the only games that have been less than a 54-46 loss to Kingman, are the only games that they've lost by less than 10 points. So it's been a difficult year for Coach Eli Wiseman and the Belle Plaine Dragons, who come in at 0-20 on the season. I mentioned this is a loaded sub-state. Again, there are 16 teams in the sub-state. This one called the Berean Academy sub-state. The teams are seeded 1 to 16 and then broken into two different sub-states. In this sub-state, it will be Sacred Heart and Belle Plaine. The winner of this game will get the winner of the Bennington and Inman game, which is also being played this evening. Inman the 8th seed, Bennington the 9th seed. The other two games in this half of the sub-state, or sub-state number 1 as it's called, Classical School of Wichita, who's the 4 seed at 17-4, taking on Central Christian Academy out of Wichita today, who's 5-16. And the other game, Solomon, 14-8 on the year, is the 5 seed, taking on Sedgwick at 7-16. So those are the teams in this half of the bracket, the sub-state number 1. Sub-state number 2 for boys action includes Berean Academy, the 2 seed, taking on Hillsboro, the 15 seed. Conway Springs at 11-10, taking on Marion at 9-13. Moundridge at 19-3, taking on Harrington at 3-17. And Republic County at 11-9, taking on Remington, 9-13. The sub-state 2 really doesn't matter if the Knights or any of their opponents here have a chance to get to the state championship tournament. It's the winner of those 8 in each of those sub-states, sub-state 1 and sub-state 2, will advance to the state tournament. But how power-packed is this sub-state? Well, 4 of the top 5 teams by the Kansas Basketball Coaches Association in Class 2A are among these teams in the sub-state. That means that at least 2 of the teams will not make it to state, even though they come in with sparkling records. Classical School of Wichita, 19-4, is number 5. Sacred Heart is number 4 at 21-2, according to the KBCA. Moundridge, number 3. Berean Academy, number 2. And the only team not in the sub-state, the number 1 team in Class 2A, and that is the Sterling Black Bears. So we're getting ready for action tonight as the Sacred Heart Knights take on the Belle Plaine Dragons in sub-state basketball action. Back in 90 seconds, this is the Sacred Heart Sports Network.
Whether on the field, court, or in the operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 40 years of orthopedic service. If you need help staying active or just want to discuss options regarding the newest techniques and services and specialties that Salina Ortho provides, see one of our trusted physicians or visit salinaortho.com. Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
You're watching tonight courtesy of the Kansas Bankers Technologies, your trusted partner in bank-focused IT strategy and compliance. And also special thanks to Sage Products of Salina, your supplier of janitorial products for your business or home. From paper towels to soap and items from your ceiling to floor, you can see all the products and get all the products you need from Sage. You can get the same home field advantage at your home or office by visiting sageproducts.com. sageselects.com. Congratulations to Sacred Heart's Cody Burr. Cody rolled a 458 at the bowling center this week. That was good enough to qualify him for the state bowling championships. Coming up, congratulations, Cody Burr, representing Sacred Heart at the state bowling championships. Coming up next, your starting lineups for today's game. That's after you hear this on the Salina Post Sports Network.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
4 walls and a roof can make a house, but a home, that's where life happens. First steps, backyard birthdays, morning coffee, sunsets on the porch. Home isn't something you buy, it's something you feel. And when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling. And now, he's here to help you. Your home is out there. Dan Goebel knows the way. Call 785-819-1904 or visit Salina Homes to find your way home.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
Lily Pad Septic, this is Callie, where we can get you a flush in a rush. How can we help you flush today?
Oh, it smells like something died out by my septic tank. It's bad.
Oh no, I know that smell you're talking about. Cole!
I smelt it from here.
Flush! The freakishly fast frog!
I'll follow the funk. It's not a dead animal, sir. It's your septic tank venting gases. Oof. She's full, real full.
That's the smell.
I've got to get back and tell Callie. Callie, he needs a pump out, quick.
Already got a pump truck rolling.
If you need a flush in a rush, call Lily Pad Septic.
We guarantee to inspect your septic issues within 24 hours.
Or you get a free septic tank pump out worth $399.
Lily Pad Septic.
We'll be there in a splash.
Callie, quick, kiss me. That stink stuck to my skin.
I don't know if I can.
Oh, good. I can smell other things again.
Here are your starting lineups for this evening's contest. Sub-state quarterfinal winner moves on to play on Wednesday. Loser turns in their jerseys for the season. For the Belle Plaine Dragons, they'll be starting with Maverick Stortz. Stortz is a 6'3" senior. He's averaging 6 points a ball game and shooting 68% at the free throw line. He's 13 of 50, 26% on the three-point opportunities. Hayden Whitley is a 6'3" junior. He wears number 14, is averaging 7.7 points per ball game. Lane Osgood, a 6' senior, is averaging a little better than 3 points per ball game and 3 rebounds. River Slack is a 5'9" sophomore. He wears number 22, leading the team with 10 points per ball game. And his brother Ryder Slack is a 6' senior wearing number 23. Ryder averaging 6.5 points a ball game and 4.5 rebounds a night. Coach Eli Wiseman is the leader of the Belle Plaine Dragons. Again, it'll be Maverick Stortz, Hayden Whitley, Lane Osgood, and River Slack and Ryder Slack. There are 3 players missing from the roster tonight as they are home ill. For the Sacred Heart Knights, they'll be starting Noah Hines. Hines is a 6'1" junior, averaging a little better than 11 points per game. Luke Coland, a 6'9" senior, averaging 6.2 points a game. Team's leading scorer is number 5, Will Tuttle. Tuttle is a 6'4 senior averaging 16 tonight. Maddox Wells, a 5'8 junior, wears number 15. He's averaging 7.5 points tonight. And Benjamin Disberger is the final member of the starting lineup. He is a 6'3 senior, and he is averaging 4.5 points per ball game. Belle Plaine Dragons wearing their gold uniforms, black and white checkerboards down the sides, dark brown numerals trimmed in white. For the Sacred Heart Knights, they are wearing their home white uniforms, gold trim on the side, gold numerals, Sacred Heart across the front of their jerseys. Ball is in the air, tip is controlled, not controlled. Goes out of bounds. And it will go to Sacred Heart. We are underway in the sub-state basketball game. It's a unique tip. The tip was actually controlled by Hayden Whitley, but none of his teammates could get it. Sacred Heart on the opening possession. On the wing, driving to the basket, off the window, good for Luke Coland. Defensively, Knights look like they're going to play zone off the bat here. Driving the baseline is one of the slacks. That's Ryder Slack. Back up high. Now they're going to, let's see, are they matching up? Yeah, now the Knights are matching up defensively. Slack fadeaway jumper off the back iron, no good. Offensive rebound pull down. The putback doesn't go. And this time with the rebound is Tuttle. Tuttle rushes into the front court, feeds on the right wing. Back on the wing, Tuttle. Tuttle down in the corner, dribbling across the top is Coland. Coland hands it off to Hines. On the wing, three-pointer on the way. Got it for Will Tuttle. Tuttle hits 3. This is a team that cranks up 22 three-pointers a night, and there's their first of the evening, and it's good with just under 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Turnaround, fadeaway air ball by Ryder. No, that was River Slack. Goes out of bounds, and Sacred Heart gets the basketball. Coach Brian Gormley shouting out instructions to his team. Slowly into the front court on the dribble is Maddox Wells. High post, back to Wells. Back up high, Tuttle. Comes on the near side. Working into the lane, driving the basket, gives it back. Turning down the 3, driving to the hoop, lays on the rim, no good. Offensive rebound pulled down by Wells. Gives it back to Tuttle. He'll drive, kiss it off the window, and score. Tuttle has 5 of the 7 points. It's 7-0 with 6:07 to play in the first quarter of action, and we have timeout on the floor. Hey, our thanks to Billings Group. Now, fans, don't forget to check out our Salina Facebook post page and also the S-Post Sports on Twitter. That's S-Post Sports on Twitter. Check in throughout the season and the postseason here to see the video highlights from all around the area, proudly presented by the Billings Group. And the official apparel provider for Salina Post Sports Team is the Messenger Total Promotions. You can see them downtown Salina for local high school swag like hoodies, t-shirts, hats, and more. They can make custom anything, and they have school items for that work great for your car too. Messenger Total Promotions in Salina, Minneapolis, and in Junction City. Well, the Knight guys off to a 7-0 lead. The gals got off to a 14-0 lead yesterday. There was a near turnover. Saved right at the midcourt stripe. The ball's loose, and there will be a foul on Tuttle as he crashed into Lane Osgood, trying to knock the ball free. Osgood went down pretty hard, but is helped back up, and he's ready to go. Foul will be called on Will Tuttle, the first team foul against either team in tonight's action. Inbounds pass comes up top to Osgood. Now down in the corner, driving the baseline of Storts. Cut off there, up top Osgood. Osgood leaves it back. Now down in the corner, baseline jumper over everything. Weak side rebound, picked up off the deck by Luke Coland. Coland will drive the distance, has a shot blocked. Nice block in there by Maverick Storts. Here comes Belle Plaine on the run. Down on the baseline, jumper on the way, bounces off. That shot by Ryder Slack. And quickly up the floor come the Knights. Tuttle up top, comes near side Hines. Cutting to the basket, putting up the shot, missed the shot. Offensive rebound, that's blocked out of there. Another offensive rebound. And the basket is good. (10-0) lead now for Sacred Heart. And there's a three on the far side. That one by Maverick Storts makes it a 10-3 game. Just inside 5 minutes to go in the first half. Underneath, they get the shot or the pass into Disberger, who's fouled on his way to the basket. And he'll shoot two at the free throw line. Foul will go on River Slack. The 5'9" sophomore picks up his first. Ready to check in for Belle Plaine is Oliver Holloway. First free throw rattles off for Disberger. Don Matucci also in the lineup for Sacred Heart. Second shot by Disberger draws no iron. That'll be Belle Plaine basketball. 10-3 lead. 4:42 to go in the first half. It's like back to the zone are the Knights. Dribbling up top of the basketball is Holloway, who checked in. On the far side, Ryder Slack. Now River, three-pointer. Rims off. Nice rebound by Holloway, that is. Slack with the basketball. That's River. Now Osgood drives, leaves it back. Drives to the basket. Fadeaway shot is good by Oliver Holloway. Holloway, a 6'2" junior. Makes it a 10-5 game midway through quarter number one. Knights into the front court. Matucci on the far side, up top. Go high post. Hines has it on the right side. Feeds underneath. Back on the wing. Three-pointer on the way. Swish. Maddox Wells with the three. Belle Plaine into the front court. Lobs the ball near side to River. River gets it back. Now leaves it up top into the hands of Whitley. Ball's bounced, bobbled around, but controlled. Three-pointer, left wing, off the window, no good. Rebound, pulled down by Disberger, and now we're going to have an offensive foul by Noah Hines. Hines running into the defender. Maverick Storts back into the lineup for Belle Plaine. 13-5 advantage. 3:14 to go in quarter number one. Slowly into the front court. Osgood on the dribble, goes far side to Storts. Now in the high post to River Slack. And now a travel violation as Lane Osgood lost his balance and drug his pivot foot. Just the first turnover of the basketball game. Colton Sprague checks into the lineup for the Knights. They'll pass the ball to him on the far side. Up top, Wells. Wells leaves it in the corner. That's Colan. Colan comes back up high. Now at the free throw line, we're going to have a held ball. Nice block in there by the Belle Plaine Dragons, but the alternate possession will stay with the Knights. 2:42 to go in quarter number one. One of the referees put the ball in play. Oh, they're saying it should have been Belle Plaine's basketball on the alternate possession. The only other change of possession arrow thing would have been the jump ball. And Sacred Heart was given the jump ball as it was last touched by Belle Plaine when it went out of bounds on the opening tip. Slack looking for trouble or looking for somebody, finds nobody, throws it into an open spot. It'll go into the backcourt and it'll be an over and back violation. (13-5) advantage for the Sacred Heart Knights. Gymnasium filling up nicely this evening. Down in the corner, three-pointer on the way. That one rims off by Maddox Wells. Offensive rebound, though, by Disberger. Now driving, dumping it off down in the corner. We'll shoot another three. Wells again. Yes, it is. Now on the other end of the floor, Belle Plaine throws the ball away. That's 3 possessions in a row. They've turned it over. There are only 3 possessions, or only 3 turnovers of the ball game. Wells bringing it back up the floor, slowly looking over the zone defense. Nope, it's going to be a man-to-man defense employed here in the corner. Turning down the 3, up top, a three-pointer from the top of the key, no good. Rebound pulled out of there. Colin gets it back, dumps it off on the baseline in the corner. Now underneath, nice feed. Luke Colin gets an easy basket. I think it was Sprague who gets the assist on that one. That was a sweet assist. Now a 1-3-1 zone, it appears, that the Knights have thrown up. Trying to cut in, the ball's knocked free but controlled by the Dragons. Up top of the 1-3-1 is Maddox Wells. A long-range 3 on the way. The bank is open tonight. As the basket is good by Lane Osgood. Inside a minute to play, 18-8, 10-point advantage for the Knights. Wells wants another 3. That one's a little bit long. Rebound pulled down on the weak side there by Stortz for Belle Plaine. And now the ball is turned over. Here come the Knights the other way. Coleman will drive. He'll draw the foul. No, he'll travel first. It will be a turnover, the second turnover of the day for the Sacred Heart Knights. 35 seconds left here in the first quarter of play. Sub-state quarterfinal round. On the far side, Brody Swaney, who checked in. Basketball. He's wearing number 15. Three-pointer left wing, no good. Fight for the rebound underneath. Tipped around and controlled. Disberger couldn't handle it, but he could tip it to a teammate. Sprague brings it down into the corner. Three-pointer from the corner. Swish. Matucci with his first 3 of the night. 21-8 as the final seconds of the first quarter roll off the clock. 1 quarter in the books. It's Sacred Heart 21, Belle Plaine 8. Back in 60 seconds on the Sacred Heart Sports Network.
Close your eyes. Now, imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community, or the camaraderie at Southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now, open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
At Maori Women's Clinic, we're here for women and what matters most to them. From understanding your monthly cycles to growing a family or navigating menopause and everything in between. Our experienced team of OBGYNs include Drs. Prendergast, Morgan, Ablard, Rosh, and Jones. Maori Women's Clinic is located in Salina, and we invite you to come experience a team that values expertise, care, and compassion, because you matter more at Maori.
Thanks to the fine people at Kansas Bankers Technology, Dan Goebel at Salina Homes, AJ Honey Farms, Messenger Total Promotions, Sage Products, and the Bennington State Bank. Some of the people making our video stream possible on the Salina Post for Sacred Heart basketball. Knights with a 21-8 advantage. They get the basketball to start the second stanza. Slowly dribbling up to the arc is Matucci. Leaves the basketball for Tuttle. His three-pointer is perfect. Tuttle with his 3rd tray of the evening. He has 11. 24-8. Knights have the advantage. Ball's bobbled, taken away. Here come the Knights on the run. Oh, what transition. Basket doesn't go, but a foul will be called, and going to the free throw line will be Matucci, I believe. Foul will be on Lane Osgood. Will be his first. First team foul of the second quarter. Only one team foul called against Belle Plaine in quarter number one. Free throw is good by Matucci. Gives him his 4th point of the night. Brody Swaney back in the lineup for Belle Plaine. Second one, that one is left a little bit short by Matucci. Long pass ahead is errant and out of bounds, and that'll be turnover number 7 for the Dragons. 30 seconds into quarter number 2. Knights with the basketball. Matucci around the screen. Down into the corner. Back on the wing. Up top. Tuttle will take another three-pointer. Swish. Tuttle with 14, approaching his season average here early in the second quarter. Down the lane on the baseline. Into the hands of Stortz. Stortz, fadeaway jump shot, rattles off. Rebound goes out of bounds, and his last touch by a white jersey will stay with the Dragons. Looking to get it in is Stortz. Ball's taken away. What a steal. Now a long pass ahead. Driving to the basket. Sprague misses the shot. Offensive rebound. Stick back is good by Tuttle. Tuttle now matching his season average with 16 of the first 30 points for the Knights. Belle Plaine into the offensive end. Down the lane, runner off the window, no good for Osgood. Tuttle away with the basketball. Feeds on the far side, down in the corner. Three-pointer on the way, spins around, goes an extra round, and then down the drain for Dom Matucci. Matucci with his 7th point. Score stands at 33-8 as we approach 6 minutes. Now another steal. Ball's loose on the floor, and Dragons come away with it, so teams will exchange turnovers, and we have a timeout on the floor. Coach Wiseman says, let's talk with the guys. It's 33-8. Sacred Heart has the lead. Back in 60 seconds on the Salina Post Sports Network.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
Ready to take your nursing career to the next level? Memorial Health System in Abilene is hiring full-time registered nurses for their hospital emergency department, and they've got the perks to match. Sign-on bonuses, shift and weekend differentials, a child care stipend, and tuition reimbursement to keep you moving forward. Bring your skills where they'll make the biggest impact, right here in Abilene. Apply today at srhc.com. That's srhc.com to apply for this opening at Memorial Health System in Abilene, taking care of you so you can take care of others.
At Sacred Heart High School, I'm Randy Gehring. Annette Gehring's our statistician. Brian Dennett, our producer today. Glad to be here for Sub-State basketball. Sacred Heart Knights off to a great start with a 33-8 advantage here early in the second quarter. Maverick Stortz driving the basketball, leaves it off for Slack. Driving the baseline, ball's knocked away, and another turnover. 9 turnovers on the day for the Dragons. Left wing three-pointer. D'Amici hits another one. That is the 9th three-pointer of the game. 9. Oh, there's an over and back. They waited till Lane Osgood got into the front court, then passed him the basketball, and then he lets his back foot touch the blue line here and turns the basketball over for turnover number 10. Noah Hines throws the basketball inbounds right in front of us. Matucci dribbles up top. Belle Plaine playing man-to-man this possession. Three-pointer doesn't go. Offensive rebound, though. Will Tuttle is there and puts it in for his 18th point of the game. 38-8 as we hit the 5-minute mark of the first half. Slack on the far side. Gets it to Osgood. Osgood back to Slack. That's River Slack. Osgood, top of the circle, works down the paint. Gives it back to Starts. Stotes, three-point, or long two, bounces off. Here come the Knights on the run. Matucci stops at the arc, looks underneath, gives it back on the wing. Three-pointer Tuttle. Oh, good. Count it. Belle Plaine quickly into the front court, spinning to the basket, getting tied up there, gets basketball back in the corner. That's Osgood. Osgood gives it to Whitley. Whitley comes near side, three-pointer on the way, right wing, bounces off by Storts. The rebound to the Knights into the front court. Tuttle, he'll take another three. That one spins off. Rebound pulled down by Whitley for Belle Plaine. The Knights shoot 22 threes a game. They're going to surpass that today. They already have 9 makes. There's a long three from the left wing, no good by River Slack, but an offensive rebound, driving to the hoop, missed the shot. Nice rebound pulled down by Tuttle. Tuttle ahead, the ball's tipped out of bounds, and it will stay with the Knights. Oliver Holloway into the lineup for Belle Plaine. Luke Colin back into the lineup, as well as was Maddox, was at 15. Maddox Swells, the other one to check back into the lineup there for the Knights. Maybe it was Mason Brown who sees his first action. Driving to the basket, shot no good. Offensive rebound, corralled, now up top. Dump underneath and a layup good by Tuttle. What a great feed to Tuttle, who has 23 first half points. Belle Plaine Storts picks up his dribble, leaves it to Whitley. Whitley to Slack, that's River. Comes near side, three-pointer right wing, no good. Rebound pulled down by Tuttle. Tuttle passes it ahead into the hands of Colin. Colin will drive to the basket, has a shot blocked. Belle Plaine away with the basketball. Storts has it pickpocketed there. Colin stops, spins, leaves it off to a teammate. That's Tuttle who lays it in. Tuttle has 25 here, and we're only in the first half. He has 25 of the 45 for the Knights. Mavericks, or rather into the front court, three-pointer on the way, no good. That's an air ball. Belle Plaine Dragons still looking for their first points of the second quarter. Down the lane, we're going to have a blocking foul on the floor before the shot. Foul will be called on Oliver Holloway. That'll be his first. Not many fouls being called in this game. Just the second of the quarter. Looks like by my tally, the third of the ball game against the Dragons. Ball out of bounds for the Knights underneath their own basket. Hines on the inbounds up top. That's Wells. Wells spins in the lane, leaves it off to Disberger up top. Three-pointer on the way. Bounces off, rebound pulled down. Strong rebound there by Ryder Slack. Ryder passes the ball ahead to Holloway. Belle Plaine will set up the offense. No, the offense is crank up a three. That one by River Slack was just a little off the mark. Here come the Knights. Down the floor, Hines gives it back now on the far side. Three-pointer bounces off. And will run the other way. Bounce pass ahead to Holloway. Holloway cutter to the basket. That's River Slack. He lays it in for two. First points of the night for River Slack. And the first points of the quarter for the Dragons. Sacred Heart into the front court. Hines at the free throw line. Spots up, leaves it short. Rebound tipped out to Wells. Down in the corner, back up top. Good ball movement as Knights go high post to Disberger. Leaves it now in the corner. Three-pointer on the way. Misses that one. That was put up there by Ben Mars. Quickly up the floor. The ball goes out of bounds. And Belle Plaine turns it back over. Pass was just a little bit too far for Ryder Slack to catch up to it. Inside a minute to go here in quarter number 2. Slowly into the front court on the dribble is Maddox Wells. Comes near side Colin. Up top to Hines. Hines down the lane, dumps it off. Disberger wasn't expecting it, and he changed his pivot foot. And the turnover, the 4th of the day. Well, late in the first quarter, Sacred Heart had a 10-point advantage. They went up by 13 at the quarter break, but boy, they poured it on with a 12-0 run to start the second quarter. Another steal, long pass ahead, layup doesn't go, ball's tipped around, Disberger runs it down, he will dump it in the corner, Hines turns down the 3, penetrates, he will be fouled, and will go to the free throw line. 15.9 seconds to go here in the first half. Coming up, the Salina Ortho halftime report. We'll take a look at the facts and stats on the first half of this quarterfinal game. And again, review the sub-state situations and next potential game. Ball inbounds in the corner. That'll be Mars. Takes it in the paint, gets his man off his feet, missed the shot. Ball's tipped out. Controlled by Mars. Three-pointer on the way by Wells, no good. Another offensive rebound. That stick back is good by Disberger. Disberger with his first 2 of the night. Three-quarter shot, which will put it on the stat sheet just for the record. And your score at the intermission is Sacred Heart 47, Belle Plaine 10, halfway through this sub-state quarterfinal. We'll talk about it on the Salina Ortho halftime report as we come back in 90 seconds on the Sacred Heart Sports Network.
Ready to take your nursing career to the next level? Memorial Health System in Abilene is hiring full-time registered nurses for their hospital emergency department, and they've got the perks to match. Sign-on bonuses, shift and weekend differentials, a child care stipend, and tuition reimbursement to keep you moving forward. Bring your skills where they'll make the biggest impact, right here in Abilene. Apply today at srhc.com. That's srhc.com to apply for this opening at Memorial Health System in Abilene, taking care of you so you can take care of others.
At Vernon Jewelers, we believe jewelry is more than just an accessory. It's an expression of who you are. It's also a piece of your life that can be passed down through the generations. That's why our expert team is here to listen, understand, and help you find that piece that speaks to your story. We're not just your local jeweler. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your partners in celebrating life's precious moments. Vernon Jewelers in downtown Salina. In our 141st year, we are not old. We're just really good at what we do.
Opening our doors in 1999, Salina Surgical Hospital is now 20 years strong. From inpatient stays to outpatient procedures, Salina Surgical Hospital specializes in excellence in surgical services and digestive health care. It is the depth of experience and the abilities of the physicians and nurses at Salina Surgical Hospital that make it the ideal place for high-tech and high-touch to unite. Salina Surgical Hospital is proud to be partially physician-owned, serving Salina and its surrounding communities for 20 years.
This is the Salina Ortho halftime report. Glad to have you along as we bring you sub-state quarterfinal action from Sacred Heart High School. The Sacred Heart Knights in control of this one, leading 47-10 at the intermission. It was 21-8 after the first quarter. Sacred Heart wins the second quarter 26-2 to lead 47-10 as we go to the halftime break. Coverage of Sacred Heart basketball on the Salina Post is brought to you in part by Salina Regional Health Center. They're hiring. See all of their open positions and start your new career today with Salina Regional. Visit srhc.com. Also special thanks to Hire, Scott Mortuary, APAC Shears, Maori Women's Clinic. Also our thanks to Kelly Kitchener of Shelter Insurance, Salina Ortho, and the Salina Regional Health Center Careers. Some of the fine sponsors bringing you Sacred Heart basketball all season long here on the Salina Post. Well, the guys got off to a 10-0 lead in this one. Then Belle Plaine scored the next 5 points. It was 10-5. Before the next 8 would belong to Sacred Heart. A three-pointer would get Belle Plaine back to within 10, but that would be the beginning of a huge run. Let's see, 43 from 18. So basically a 23-0 run before the Belle Plaine Dragons would score again with 1:25 to go in the first half of action. Sacred Heart Knights shooting 18 of 36. That's exactly 50% from the floor in this game. That includes making only one of their last 7 from the floor. So, boy, prior to that, their shooting average was spectacular. Where are we at, Annette? 9, 10 three-pointers that they have already in the game, already exceeding their average. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, 10 three-pointers for the Knights here in the game. As for the Belle Plaine Dragons, they are 4 of 22. That's 18% shooting for them. Just 1 of 4 at the free throw line for the Knights, 0 for 0 for the Belle Plaine Dragons. As we mentioned, not many free throws and not many fouls being called in this game. Turnover numbers heavily favor the Sacred Heart Knights. Their defense has turned the Dragons over 13 times in the first half, while only 4 turnovers for the Sacred Heart Knights. Rebound numbers also favoring the Knights. They have 22 total rebounds, 10 offensive, 12 defensive, while Belle Plaine has 11 total rebounds, 8 defensive, and 3 offensive rebounds. We'll take a look at the scorebook and see who's performing in the scorebook when we come back in 90 seconds. This is Sub-State Basketball on the Salina Post Sports Network.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire-related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey, Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Whether on the field, court, or in the operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 40 years of orthopedic service. If you need help staying active or just want to discuss options regarding the newest techniques and services and specialties that Salina Ortho provides, see one of our trusted physicians or visit salinaortho.com. Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
Back at Sacred Heart High School, Randy Gearing here. Brian Dennett, our producer today, as we bring you Sub-State Basketball. The Sacred Heart Knights in control of their quarterfinal game with a 47-10 advantage over Belle Plaine. Will Tuttle putting on a show. He has 25 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 three-pointers for Tuttle, 4 of the 10 for the Knights. 25 first-half points for Tuttle. Also, Don Matucci in double figures. He has 10 at the intermission. 4 points for Luke Colin, 6 points for Maddox Wells, 2 for Benjamin Disberger, rounding out the scoring for the Knights. Ben Mars, Colton Sprague, and Mason Brown all played in the contest, but did not score in the first half of action. For the Belle Plaine Dragons, they are led by Maverick Stortz, who has a three-pointer. He has 3 points. Also, Lane Osgood with a three-pointer, so those two share the lead. Oliver Holloway with the deuce and River Slack with a deuce, making up the 10 points for the Sacred Heart Knights. 47-10 is our halftime score on the Salina Ortho halftime report. Our broadcast also presented in part by Kansas Bankers Technology, aligning technology, compliance, and community banking. And our special thanks to Vernon Jewelers, Smart Insurance, Commercial Tire Center, Lily Pad Septic, and Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine for making our broadcast possible. This is the Salina Ortho halftime report, second half action in 90 seconds. This is Sacred Heart Sports Network basketball.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
This is the Salina Ortho halftime report. Second half action coming up. Quick review of yesterday. The Lady Knights cruised to a victory. In fact, in Sub-State 2, our sub-state, everything according to Hoyle. The higher seeds all won. Conway Springs over Republic County, Berean Academy over Belle Plaine, and Bennington over Wichita Central Christian Academy. So it's Conway Springs and Berean, Sacred Heart and Bennington on Tuesday. In Sub-State 1, similar, Moundridge, Inman, Remington, and Hillsborough are the winners, and they will play their semifinal game on Tuesday. This has been your Salina Ortho halftime report. Here comes second half action, Belle Plaine basketball to start the second half. Both teams starting the second half the same way they started the ball game. Slack on the far side, that's Ryder. Back up on the wing. Shot put up, dances on the rim and falls through for Lane Osgood. Knights will go left side, three-pointer on the way is a little bit short for Wells. He gets his own rebound, follows, ball's loose underneath. Disberger comes away with it up top. Back to Noah Hines on the wing. Three-pointer no good. Rebound comes out long to Ryder Slack. Slack will take it one-on-one down the lane. Has the ball blocked. It'll be a held ball, and the alternate possession will go to alternate possession goes to the Knights. 47-12 advantage for Sacred Heart. Three-pointer from the near side, rims off. 4-on-2 break, pass ahead, and thrown away. Now we'll run the other way. There's a nice feed to Noah Hines, who lays it in for his first 2 points of the night. River Slack down in the corner, now up top Osgood, gets it back to River. Three-pointer, bounces off, rebound to Hines. Hines pushes it up the floor, feeds on the far side, now back to Tuttle. Well behind the arc on the way and well short. Rebound pulled out of there by Maverick Storts. Long pass ahead, Osgood in the lane, tries to dump it off and it dumps it right into the hands of Tuttle. Will Tuttle ahead, now nice feed, back underneath. Hines will finish it off. Hines gave it off to Coland, who gave it back to Hines, who said, okay, I'll score the basket. 2 minutes gone in the third quarter. Baseline shot put up, nice shot there by Hayden Whitley. Whitley has his first two of the night. 51-14 our score. Knights with the advantage. Wells drives down the lane, tries to leave it off to Disberger. Shot is blocked, or the pass is blocked, goes off the window. Disberger comes up with it, puts up the shot, but doesn't go in. And here's Belle Plaine into the offensive end. Ryder leaning in, misses a shot. Rebound pulled down by the Knights into the front court. Colin on the dribble. Up top, Wells. Wells down in the corner, Hines. Hines goes low post to Disberger. Out on the wing, now driving to the basket, back to Disberger, can't finish, puts it on the floor, still can't finish, leaves it on the wing. They'll swing it around the perimeter. Great ball movement by the Knights, and there will be a foul as he moves into the lane there. Foul will be on Lane Osgood. That'll be his second. First player for either team to have 2 personal fouls. That's the first foul of the third quarter. Oliver back into the lineup. And also Brody Swaney in. Long pass up high to Disberger, goes inside to Tuttle. Tuttle works to the basket, back Disberger. Disberger, left-handed layup is good. Disberger with his 4th point of the day. Down the corner for Belle Plaine, they bring it back up high to Whaley. Now down the lane, Storts cut off, gives it to Whitley. 3-pointer in the corner, good for Lane Osgood. Osgood has 8. 53-17 advantage. Quickly at the other end, no shot missed, but a follow is good by Disberger. Disberger with 4 in the half here. 4 of the 8 for the Knights. Ball's loose on the floor, controlled by Storts. Turn around, fade away. Oh, halfway down, falls out. Tuttle with the rebound. Quickly ahead to Matucci. Matucci down the lane, leaves it back to Tuttle. Tuttle will drive the baseline, lays it up with the left hand, easy. Tuttle with his first points of the third quarter. He has 27 on the night. It's at a 40-point advantage, 57-17. Ball's taken away by Hines. Hines looks for traffic. He goes. He is going to lay it in for 2. We have a timeout for subs here. A 30-second timeout will be charged to the Sacred Heart Knights, and an opportunity for us to say and remind all fans, remember to check out our Salina Post Facebook page and S-Post Sports on Twitter throughout the postseason to see video highlights from all around the area. Proudly presented by the Billings Group. Special thanks to the Billings Group for making that possible on Salina Post and on Twitter and on the Facebook page. Down in the corner, Swaney now leaves it back up high. Osgood, 3-pointer as an air ball will go out of bounds. Just over 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Knights get the basketball. Now a long pass ahead to Sprague, who leaves it for the cutter, which is Wells, who will be fouled on his way to the basket. The foul will go on Brody Swaney. That'll be his first personal foul, team foul number 2. Free throw spins around and comes out for Maddox Wells. As we talked at halftime, very few free throws, very few fouls being called in this game. Second free throw on the way. That one also rattles off. Rebound is saved by the Dragons. They quickly come down the floor, high off the window, no good. High to grab the rebound is Disberger for the Knights. Knights will run the other way, weaving through traffic down in the corner. 3-pointer, yes. Matucci with 13 on the night. He has 4 3-pointers and a free throw. There's another steal. Long pass ahead to Wells. Wells spins in the lane, spots and scores. Nice move by Wells to catch the long touchdown pass. Dragons with the basketball in their offensive end on the low post, back the corner. 3-pointer, that's a little bit long. for Osgood. Another three-pointer, that one by Slack, no good, and this time the rebound by Tuttle. Tuttle outlets the basketball quickly up the floor. Sprague at left elbow, leaves it short. Ball's tipped into the hands of Disberger. Around the perimeter, down into the corner. Cross court, skip pass, three-pointer, another three in there for Wells. Wells with his 11th point, another timeout to bring in subs. That'll be Noah Hines and Luke Colin checking into the game. And we say thank you to Schilling Aviation Services, providing aircraft maintenance, aircraft rental, and flight instruction, as well as Dental Care Salina, proudly supporting the Sacred Heart Knights. You'll find them at 700 Front Street in Salina. Now Coach Wiseman will take a full timeout for the Belle Plaine Dragons. We'll take timeout as well with 1:33 to go in quarter number 3. It's Sacred Heart 67, Belle Plaine 17, back in 60 seconds on the Sacred Heart Sports Network.
Close your eyes. Now imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community or the camaraderie at southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
4 walls and a roof can make a house, but a home, that's where life happens. First steps, backyard birthdays, morning coffee, sunsets on the porch. Home isn't something you buy, it's something you feel. And when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling. And now, he's here to help you. Your home is out there. Dan Goebel knows the way. Call 785-819-1904 or visit Salina Homes to find your way home.
Back at Sacred Heart High School, Belle Plaine basketball out of the timeout. Working in the lane is Slack. Fade away, that's Ryder. Slack, no good. Offensive rebound, stick back is good by Oliver Holloway. Holloway with his 4th point of the day. Weaving up top, driving to the basket. Nice fadeaway there by Maddox Wells. Wells has 13. Almost doubling up his season average. Foul on the other end of the floor. Foul goes on Colton Sprague. He'll be his first personal foul. Free throws for Oliver Holloway. First one rattles off. First free throw of the evening for the Dragons. Multiple changes into both lineups with under a minute to go here in the third. That one is good for Holloway, his 5th point of the day. Colin into the front court. Leaves it into the corner, into the hands of Mason Brown. There's a steal. Driving to the basket, laying it up. And good for Holloway. Into the front court, Hines on the dribble. Leaves it off for Sprague. Goes on the far side to Brown. Brown up top, now down in the corner. 3-pointer on the way, Machucci, another one. Nope, sorry, that's Hines, Noah Hines. With his first 3 of the day, he has 9 on the evening. 72-22. There's a baseline shot that'll rattle in for Maverick Stotz. Stotz has 5 today. 4 seconds to go in the quarter. Baseline jumper good there by Mason Brown. He has his first 2 of the night, and we go to the third quarter huddle. The Knights have 74 on the board. It's 74-24. Night advantage back in 60 seconds on the Salina Post Sports Network.
At Maori Women's Clinic, we're here for women and what matters most to them, from understanding your monthly cycles to growing a family or navigating menopause and everything in between. Our experienced team of OBGYNs include Drs. Prendergast, Morgan, Ablard, Rosh, and Jones. Maori Women's Clinic is located in Salina, and we invite you to come experience a team that values expertise, care, and compassion, because you matter more at Maori.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
Belle Plaine basketball to start the fourth quarter. We'll have a running clock here. The Sacred Heart Knights finish the quarter hitting 9 of their last 10 shots from the floor in the third quarter, including 3 of those being three-pointers. Now Belle Plaine to the basketball. Shot leaves it a little bit short by Stortz, and here come the Knights. On the far side with the basketball is Leo Dortzweiler, who's checked in at the break there. We're going the other way. Slack spins on the low blocks, puts up the shot, bounces off, rebound loose on the floor. Picking it up on about the third bounce there was Ben Mars. In the corner, a three-pointer on the way. That one is a little short. Long rebound pulled down. And the Dragons will run the other way. Stortz will put it up and draw the foul. He'll shoot 2. Clock, a running clock now. We'll have free throws coming for Oliver. The foul was called on Luke Colin. That'll be his first personal foul. 2 tosses for Oliver Holloway. First one good. Holloway has shot all of the free throws in this game for the Dragons. He's 2 of 3 at the stripe. Second one on the way. That one is good as well. Sprague will take the point now for the Knights. To the high post. Sprague gets it back, drives to the basket. Nice move, lays it in for 2. Colton Sprague. Working it up the floor. Maverick Stortz into the front court for the Dragons. Leaves it up top for Osgood. Down in the corner, in and out of the hands of Stortz. Turnover number 19 on the day for Belle Plaine. Sprague slowly into the front court. Hands the ball back into the hands of Dortzweiler. Down in the corner. Driving to the basket, missed the shot. Rebound pulled down by Holloway. Holloway gives it off to Osgood. Three-pointer right side, too long. And here come the Knights. Down in the corner. Ball's tipped away. Another Knight turnover. The junior varsity that's in there for the fourth quarter. Running clock here. A 50-point advantage, 76-26. In the lane, shot is blocked. Dortzweiler taking, or rather Mars taking that one to the basket. It's blocked out of bounds, so it'll stay with the Knights. Approaching the midway point of the running clock, fourth quarter. Shot rattles around, rolls off. Dragons quickly into the front court. Wiley underneath will force it up and draw the personal foul. Sacred Heart fans cheering as Colin Wilson has pulled off his warm-ups and ready to check in the game after the first free throw here. The foul goes against Cruz Carrico, his first. Free throw is good. Second toss is not good for Wiley. Into the front court. Wilson on the dribble, gives the ball back into the hands of Brown. Now driving the lane, back on the wing. Three-pointer launch will be just a bit short. That three-pointer from Leo Dortzweiler. Belle Plaine working into the offensive end. Nice feed inside, off the window and good by Sam Ross. Knights will throw the basketball away. Somebody zigged instead of zagging. The Knights will turn the ball over for just the 8th time tonight. No, Coach Wiseman clears. Well, I say he clears his bench. Some of these players have been in the game. Bryson Jeffries will see his first action. Trevor Harlan will see his first action. As Harlan inbounds the basketball. Bring it into the front court. River Slack back on the floor. High post, down on the wing, up top. Three-pointer launched. Off the glass, no good. Fighting for the basketball, and we're going to call a travel violation, as having control of it was Oliver Holloway. Had the basketball and then fell to the floor trying to clear some space, and will get credit for a rebound and a traveling violation. Wilson into the front court. Working to the far side, takes it in the lane, lost the basketball. Turnover for the Knights. And a turnover the other way, as the pass was a little too hot for Bryson Jeffries to handle. Basketball to the Knights with the running clock down to $1:22 to go. Wilson taking the point. Bounce pass in the lane to Brown. Brown turns, leaves on the corner to Wilson. Wilson will drive. Now saved at the mid-court stripe. Down in the corner. Hands the basketball off into the hands of Carrico. Little ball fake, then driving in. Gets the man off his feet, turnaround jumper, lays on the rim and goes in for Mason Brown. Brown with his 4th point. Long three-pointer on the way, lays on the rim, bounces off for Bryson Jeffries, the 5'11 freshman. Knights have the basketball. Working in the lane, feeds inside, now pulls it back up top. Brown will pull it out and reset for the final 30 seconds of the basketball game. Dortzweiler back up top to Brown. Brown pulls it out, clock down to 15. Knights will be willing to dribble it out here if Belle Plaine lets them. Now down to 10 seconds to go. And now Belle Plaine is backing off, and the final 4 seconds will dribble off the clock as the players congratulate each other on the floor. Your final score today is Sacred Heart 78, Belle Plaine 29. The Sacred Heart Knights will advance and play in the semifinal round of Sub-State 1, which is scheduled for a Wednesday game next week. A game they'll be played against either Bennington or Inman, who are also wrapping up their game about this time in Inman. Again, your final score tonight. Sacred Heart 78, Belle Plaine 29. Your Commercial Tire postgame show begins in 90 seconds. This is the Salina's Post Sports Network.
Ready to take your nursing career to the next level? Memorial Health System in Abilene is hiring full-time registered nurses for their hospital emergency department, and they've got the perks to match. Sign-on bonuses, shift and weekend differentials, a child care stipend, and tuition reimbursement to keep you moving forward. Bring your skills where they'll make the biggest impact, right here in Abilene. Apply today at srhc.com. That's srhc.com to apply for this opening at Memorial Health System in Abilene, taking care of you so you can take care of others.
At Vernon Jewelers, we believe jewelry is more than just an accessory. It's an expression of who you are. It's also a piece of your life that can be passed down through the generations. That's why our expert team is here to listen, understand, and help you find that piece that speaks to your story. We're not just your local jeweler. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your partners in celebrating life's precious moments. Vernon Jewelers in downtown Salina. In our 141st year, we are not old. We're just really good at what we do.
Opening our doors in 1999, Salina Surgical Hospital is now 20 years strong. From inpatient stays to outpatient procedures, Salina Surgical Hospital specializes in excellence in surgical services and digestive health care. It is the depth of experience and the abilities of the physicians and nurses at Salina Surgical Hospital that make it the ideal place for high-tech and high-touch to unite. Salina Surgical Hospital is proud to be partially physician-owned, serving Salina and its surrounding communities for 20 years.
This is the Commercial Tire post-game show coming to you from Sacred Heart High School, where the Sacred Heart Knights have defeated the Belle Plaine Dragons by a final score of 78-29. So the Knights move to 22-2 on the season. Belle Plaine Dragons wrap up a frustrating season at 0-21. The Knights got off to a great start, scoring the first 10 in the contest, up 10-0. Then Belle Plaine answered with a bucket and a tray for a 5-point run to make the score 10-5. It was a 10-point margin at 18-8 late in the third quarter. The Knights hit a three-pointer late in the quarter to go up 21-8 after the first quarter, then blew it open in the second quarter as they outscored the Dragons 26-2. In the second quarter of action, leading 47-10 at halftime, and then just kind of played back and forth the rest of the way en route to a 78-29 victory over the Belle Plaine Dragons. Your gem of the game tonight goes to the team which is known for putting up threes, but tonight 13 three-pointers go through the hoop for the Sacred Heart Knights, including one run where they were – let me double check on this. They actually extended it. They were 9 of 10 from the floor, including 3 three-pointers at one point in the third quarter. The fourth quarter, with the running clock, saw their average drop just a little bit, but they're still going to have a great percentage there. So the Vernon Jewelers gem of the game will be the three-point shooting for the Knights tonight as they drain 13 three-pointers. Overall, 32 of 63 from the floor. That's 51% shooting from the floor. And again, that includes the fourth quarter where they just went 2 of 7 from the floor. So they were up there in the mid-50s through 3 quarters of play. Belle Plaine Dragons, 11 of 43 today. That's 26% field goal shooting. Not many free throws shot tonight, just 1 of 6 for the Knights. Ooh, that's a little disappointment there. 17% free throw shooting, 4 of 6 for the Dragons. They are at 67%. Tough defense causing turnovers. The Knights turn over the Dragons 21 times tonight, while coughing up the ball 9 times did the Knights. 14 offensive rebounds, 23 defensive. That's 27 total in the game for the Knights. For the Dragons, they come up with 16 defensive and 5 offensive rebounds for a total of 21. Again, your final score today, 78-29. The Sacred Heart Knights win this one. And joining us for a post-game visit, Coach Brian Gormley. And Coach got off to a great start tonight and just kind of cruised all the way through this game.
Yeah, hats off to our guys, our juniors and seniors. They did what you're supposed to do in that first round when you have the opportunity to have the 1 seed. They shared the ball well. We offensive rebounded really well early on. So even though we weren't necessarily lighting the nets up early, we were able to get second shots, and then the basket just got big in that second quarter.
Well, you're saying you didn't hit the ball or hit baskets particularly well, but in the first quarter you still drained 5 threes, and I know some of those were second and third chances.
Right.
But you spread out the floor, and that's exactly what you want to do with your team.
Yeah, I mean, Will came out and established himself offensively very early tonight, and the other guys followed suit. It was just good to see them spray the ball around and get to open shooters. And then when we take the ball, and we got to make sure we're crashing boards. We shoot it well, but we're not going to make them all. And it's nice to see those guys keeping them alive.
And Will Tuttle will be our Smart Insurance Smart Play of the Game with locations at Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. 25 first-half points. He only gets 2 in the second half, but in that first half when you were establishing your margin, he was the go-to guy.
Absolutely. And, it's no secret. This guy's a returning All-Stater, one of the leading scorers in 2A. He knows how to score the ball. His teammates know how to find him. And then we can also, we have other guys who are quite capable. And I think you see that even more in the second half, the way that they're able to share the ball.
We talk about the three-pointers, but with his size, he plays well inside as well, and he'll get you some rebounds and second-chance points by going inside as well.
Absolutely. He and Ben Disberger give us a nice front court, and they worked well tonight, both ends of the court. And it was good to see Ben get some shots around the bucket. That's what he does for us. And he does a lot of yeoman's work, but tonight it paid off.
Now we show you at 51% shooting for the ball game, and that includes 2 of 7 in the fourth quarter when you had your second line in there. So that's a pretty remarkable shooting for a team that's willing to crank it up from 20, 25 feet away.
Yeah, shooting above 50 from two-point range is kind of a goal. 3-point range, you kind of live with above 30. And we accomplished that tonight. And, just the guys found open shooters. And, there wasn't a lot of pressure. So, after you get to that second quarter, the bucket's a little bit bigger. I want to see what these guys, they've had to do it with games when the rim gets a little smaller than what it is. So
I asked Coach Hines this question last night. Same one to you tonight, Coach. It's pretty obvious early that you're in control of this ball game. What are you coaching your guys on? What are you looking for as a coach in a blowout ball game?
Yeah, first of all, hats off to Belle Plaine. They played, as you can see, all the way to the very end, competing. They had some seniors out there who wanted to go out and leave a good mark, and they did that with their character, and they did that with their hustle out on the court. But, really you're looking for execution. You're just looking at little things. Are we jumping to the ball? Are we squaring up on the ball? Are we blocking out? And you're not going to open up a lot as far as offensively, defensively, what you do, and we weren't in that second half. But you're looking for the little things in execution.
So you advance to the semifinals. Bennington or Inman, we'll find out. Maybe you already know who won that game because they played it at the same time we did. I know you don't look too far ahead, but surely you've got a little bit of a feel of both of those teams. What can we look forward to next week? Yeah,
I mean, coincidentally, that's the team we played in the first round and in the second round of Sub-State last year. So we have a little bit of experience with both of those teams. They play in that tough Heart of America League, and so whoever comes out of their game tonight, and I don't have any intel for you on the score of that game or whatnot, but nonetheless, whoever comes out in that game, they're going to be well-seasoned, they've been well-tested, and they'll be ready to compete.
Coach, congratulations. Look forward to seeing you next week.
Hey, thanks a lot. Great to have you out here.
There you are, Coach Brian Gormley with your post-game comments today as the Sacred Heart Knights roll to a 78-29 victory over the Belle Plaine Dragons. We're going to take a look at your scorebook after we take this one last 60-second break on the Salina Post Sports Network.
Lily Pad Septic, this is Callie, where we can get you a flush in a rush. How can we help you flush today?
Oh, it smells like something died out by my septic tank. It's bad.
Oh no, I know that smell you're talking about. Cole!
I smelt it from here.
Flush! The freakishly fast frog!
I'll follow the funk. It's not a dead animal, sir. It's your septic tank venting gases. Oof. She's full, real full.
That's the smell.
I've got to get back and tell Callie. Callie, he needs a pump out, quick.
Already got a pump truck rolling.
If you need a flush in a rush, call Lily Pad Septic.
We guarantee to inspect your septic issues within 24 hours.
Or you get a free septic tank pump out worth $399.
Lily Pad Septic.
We'll be there in a splash.
Callie, quick, kiss me. That stink stuck to my skin.
I don't know if I can.
Oh, good. I can smell other things again.
Wrapping it up tonight on the Commercial Tire postgame show. Hey, if you enjoy the highlights throughout the season, make sure that you say thanks to the Billings Group. Don't forget to check out the Salina Post Facebook page and S-Post Sports on Twitter throughout the postseason here for video highlights from all around the area, proudly presented by the Billings Group. Well, no information yet on the Bennington-Inman scores. I double-checked my source and have nothing there, but it'll be one of those two scheduled for Wednesday evening here at the floor of Sacred Heart High School. For the Belle Plaine Dragons, they're led in scoring by Oliver Holloway. Holloway has 9 points tonight. Lane Osgood, 8 points for the Dragons, 5 for Storts, 3 for Whitley, 2 for Slack, that'd be River Slack, and 2 for Sam Ross. For the Sacred Heart Knights, we mentioned it, led by Will Tuttle, who finishes with 27, 25 of those in the first half. Also in double figures, Don Matucci with 13 points, 13 also for Maddox Wells, 9 points for Noah Hines, 4 for Luke Coland, 6 points for Benjamin Disberger, 2 points for Colton Sprague, and 4 points for Mason Brown. Knights had a huge second quarter when they opened up a 13-point advantage after one and made it a, 37-point advantage at the half with a 26-2 quarter, 47-10 at intermission, 74-24 after 3 quarters, and your final score tonight is Sacred Heart 78 and Belle Plaine 29. Well, thanks for being with us for coverage from the sub-state action here at Salina Sacred Heart High School. We'll be back on Tuesday evening for the Lady Knights, who will be taking on Bennington. The guys scheduled for Wednesday against either Bennington or Inman in their sub-state semifinal. Well, thanks to our producer, Brian Dennett, our statisticians, Annette Gearing. I'm Randy Gearing. Appreciate you tuning in today for our live stream broadcast. Remember to give so much time to improving yourself. You have no time to criticize others, and do have a terrific evening.